So, alright. Episode 0 is out of the way. I've basically gone through the Xenopedia, read a little bit to you about the sort of like weapons and stuff like that we're basically facing and all that. I'm DFuxa, and this is Xenonauts. If you're basically just coming in on the first episode, don't worry if you missed anything at all. And more or less, I'm just going to jump into the game at this point. So, I'll note that I basically did try to continue that campaign I had, but I had a really bad setup in it. Like, you know, the soldiers were really bad and all that, so we're sort of going to restart here, but it's more or less, you know, the same thing. I didn't exactly go in that far, so you're not missing anything. So, I already got all this, so we'll skip that, and we'll select our primary base location again. In the Middle East. Alright, so, inside the actual base, this is probably like, you know, something you should probably consider doing, like building structures to basically get built. I'm not sure if you really have to do this. You could build another base if you want to, but I think it's probably best to focus on the first base since I'm sort of new to this, and it gives me some experience basically setting up the base and all that. So, first things first, let's get in our living quarters. I'm going to place that right here. Another laboratory would be useful. We'll place that right there. It's important to basically get radar arrays because they basically let you see fighters, so we'll get this one here and right here. It's also important to get a medical center, and it's also probably good to get another couple of hangars, so we'll get those out, starting to get built right now. And that's like the initial stuff I'll start building in the base. Alright, so the security of the scientist. It's probably good to get more scientists, but first things first, let's actually hire some sort of soldiers in case there's some good ones. So this is where I really got screwed the last time. Basically, I was looking at the soldiers and they were all really just crappy, and this time they're okay somewhat. They're not great, but they're not horrible. Basically, what happened was I basically looked at them and they're like, they have like 30s and 40s all over the place. So it really wasn't all that great. Alright, so I'm not too happy about the, you know, selections here, but they're not that terrible as before. The one problem here is that these guys have like really terrible turn units and HPs, but they're not terrible per se. So this guy's worth hiring. This is sort of worth hiring, this guy. Basically, I'll note by the way I'm looking at the bravery stat here. Something to note when you're basically recruiting soldiers is that you want to look for the guys with highest bravery first. Basically, in this game, turn units, HP, strength, accuracy, and reflexes can all be attained really easily, but bravery can't. Basically, turn units can be just increased just because as you move around, you'll get more turn units. Hit points, I believe, you get a fixed amount depending on what other stats you basically raise up. Strength, but you can just increase that if you carry a whole lot. Accuracy, if you hit stuff, then you get more accuracy. And reflexes, I think that's something else, but you know, as you're more reflexive, you get more reflexes. Bravery, though, it only goes up when you basically panic your soldiers or if they go berserk. So it's not exactly the most ideal thing to train up, so it's not, you know, stuff I'm going to basically look for. Where was I? Okay, you're probably worth hiring, maybe. And this guy looks pretty decent to hire. I'm not sure I'm going to hire all these soldiers, but it's just worth going through them to see, you know, if they're, you know, if there's a few good ones in here. And these are actually somewhat decent, these guys I'm picking up. I'm not sure about this guy, because he has such low HP and reflexes, but he's not terrible, per se. But yeah, basically you want to look for soldiers, see if there's anyone who are worth hiring. In this case, I've got a few that are apparently worth hiring. And Allison Simmons looks pretty awesome down here, but she's got such little bravery. Alright, well, so we're going to hire these guys. It's important to get a whole lot of soldiers in the beginning because you'll probably get a lot of casualties in the beginning. Made worse if you have terrible soldiers, but these guys I'm hiring aren't too bad. Now, here's where, you know, I basically died, you know, basically had my ass handed to me. These guys I had, like, initially sucked. And these, like, are, like, your starting guys you have. So, we got this guy, he's an assault. This guy doesn't look too bad for bravery, so I'm actually not too bad, too unhappy with him. Alright, the sniper. The sniper has good accuracy, fairly decent time units. She's okay. This assault looks kind of okay, but not that great. This guy I think I'll change to be a shield, actually. The thing about it, I don't want to have guys with low time units being my shotgun guys, so I may want to change this guy to be something else. Maybe we'll change this to be just a regular rifleman. The sniper, at least, you know, I can sort of see her being able to use her sniper rifle as is, so maybe she's okay. I'll note that this is probably not the greatest sniper, though. Okay, here's our heavy weapons guy. Well, he looks plumb terrible, so to speak, actually. Well, I suppose he's not terrible. He's got good strength and accuracy, and you need those both. Okay, here's this guy, the sergeant. The sergeant has decent reflexes and time units. This guy's actually... I actually don't mind making this guy the assault, perhaps. It's good to have at least one assault, so he's the assault. Okay, this guy, he has decent stuff. And our plumb terrible guy. We'll make this person a shield. What do we got in here? These guys are... Well, he's good and brave, so I'm not going to complain about him because he's brave. Actually, he's got decent time units and health. This guy I don't mind making a shield, I think. Maybe I'll make use of him. This one... She's not terrible, I guess. I think we'll maybe switch her. We'll have this guy assigned to Charlie 1. So we'll have 3 shields, apparently. That's okay. Where is it? Do I really need to have that many shields, actually? And thinking about it, maybe I should make this guy just a regular rifleman. But do I have anyone else who's accurate? This guy's sort of accurate. We're going to change this guy to be the sniper. And this guy will just be a regular rifleman. These guys aren't too bad, actually, for a setup. The other guys were just crap. There's like 30s and 40s in like their stats. And these guys, and that's just terrible. Completely terrible. They basically look like this person. Sort of. This one right here, rather. Like, you know, the stats are really low. And like, this person's like okay, but I mean, you want to have like really good guys sort of at the beginning. Even my sergeant's kind of terrible, actually, but whatever. It's not too terrible. Alright, so these guys have been set up. Now, after you basically set these guys up, it's important to sort of figure out what you're going to do to sort of train them up. And something I know is that if you overload these guys' carry weight, they'll actually lose TUs, but they'll gain strength a lot more. So, I'm thinking about possibly doing that to these guys. And this guy here, I think we'll do with him. I like to give these guys C4, basically. And the reason for getting a C4 is that they can use it to blow up stuff. So he'll lose 1 TU and have all those C4 on him. She's already overweight, so don't worry about her. He's overweight. This guy's got fairly decent strength, which is great. This guy's actually not bad to maybe be the heavy weapons guy. If I think about it. So you know what? We're gonna make this guy the heavy weapons guy. And this guy... I'll make him more of just a regular guy that sort of sits back, I think. Or actually, we'll make this guy the Rocketeer, I think. I like to have one Rocketeer eventually, so we'll have one guy be a Rocketeer, and I'll throw one of these guys in, I think. I guess this one's the better one, so she'll be in Charlie 1. Alright, so this guy's got a heavy weapon. We'll give him a couple grenades. We'll give him some health to carry around. And we'll give him another one of these. Note how much, like, how heavy it is. It really drains you to have, like, these heavy weapons on your guys. So I usually only like to bring around one. You. Maybe I'll carry around one of those. A rifle for backup. Shield's overloaded. Shield's overloaded. And the last rifleman. Give her some C4. Alright, so my guys are set up. And then there's all these guys as well. These guys will give a pistol here, give a pistol there. Probably only have that many. Give a couple grenades. Notice that this guy has no health, so I have to watch out for that if I take him around. Alright, so these guys have been set up. Now, after I basically set these guys up, it's important to sort of think about their positioning inside of Charlie 1. So how do I do that again? Alright, so here we go. So basically, the dropship is like, you know, where you're going to be carrying these guys around. So you want to have them positioned in such a way that they're sort of like lined up adequately. I want to have you right here. I want this guy right there. You right there. You right there. So a couple of these guys will go out the doors right here, and the rest of them will sort of pour out this way. That'll be the setup I'll be basically running around with. Alright, so that's the base set up. So once you basically have your base set up and your guys, like, you know, ready to go, now it's time to hunt some aliens. You basically have these options here to speed up the game. So you have like fast, faster, and fastest, and then normal speed. So we'll basically like watch the you know, day and night cycle, and we'll intercept a UFO that comes around. Let's go kill him. So he's right there. I'll send out my 2 condors to kill him. And note that I also like to do this as well. I'm basically going to send out my Charlie as well. And basically, the job of, like, you know, these guys, they'll shoot this guy down, and the Charlie Chinook will come around and drop off my guys to immediately go after him. Alright, so let's do a little bit of air combat. Explanatory tooltip: air combat. Air combat can either be all resolved or fought manually in Xenonauts, depending on the player preference. This is the manual method. Combat can be paused or unpaused at any time using the spacebar. Each unit can be controlled individually, with the shaded areas representing the fire arcs of their weapons. Missiles must be in fire range and have target locked before they can be fired. There are up to 3 units on each side. The selected unit can be given a destination or target with a left click. And unit speed can be controlled with the throttle besides the unit info panel. Some types of aircraft and UFO are capable of performing an evasive role, triggered by the icon in the info panel, which can dodge incoming projectiles. If an interceptor is shot down in air combat, it will be recovered and rebuilt, but it will be out of action for a prolonged period of time. If an interceptor is badly damaged, fly it away from danger and use the retreat icon on the info panel. Alright, so here's a light scout, and here's my condors. Let's have this guy go this way. So initially what we're going to do here, we're going to have this guy go afterburner. Actually, let's have them both go afterburner. And we're going to try and basically, you know, flank this guy. Alright, we're going to have 2 here. Go after him. And you go this way. Now I want to basically turn this guy and make him so he's on his side, so when this guy launches missiles at him, the missiles will hit. These guys, they like to evade, but if you like basically hit him from the side, they'll evade into the missiles, or basically not away from the missiles. Oh, by the way, also as far as fire being noted over here, basically indicates there's aliens over there. They're a little bit too far away for me to get to my base, but it's worth knowing that they're there. Anyways, here's the crash site. So we'll let those guys basically just get to the crash site. And now we're going to do a ground combat mission. So explanatory tooltip ground combat. Xenonauts has turn-based combat. Each unit has a number of time units to use, which can be used to perform actions like movement and shooting. The current turn can be ended by pressing end turn, which will play out the alien turn and then begin a new player turn, returning all Xenonauts to full TUs. Left-clicking on a move destination displays the move path and number of remaining TUs. Clicking again or double-clicking will move the soldier. Right-click is used to rotate soldiers on a spot or to open doors without walking through them. Mouse over an alien to bring up a fire cursor, showing the % hit chance and a TU cost. Left-click to fire or right-click to spend more TU to make the shot more accurate. Enter free aim mode by holding control or clicking on the soldier weapon image. Ground combat is very complex and will take some time to master. Mouse over different GUI elements to get a detailed explanation of their function. Crash site briefing. The objective of this mission is to secure the UFO, which will contain artifacts to research or alien materials that you can use to build advanced technology. Other alien items recovered from the battlefield will automatically be sold, granting you additional funding. The simplest way to win this mission is to eliminate all the alien units on the map. This will automatically end the mission and recover all alien artifacts from the battlefield. However, you can also win the mission by killing all the aliens inside a UFO and holding it with at least one soldier for 5 turns. If the UFO has been shot down, a number of the crew are likely to have died on impact, and some of the recovered items may have exploded or been destroyed. A landed UFO will contain more recoverable items, but will also contain more aliens. Remember to use smoke, suppression, or shields to reduce the amount of reaction fire your soldiers take when you assault the UFO. Alright, so here's our Chinook, and here's the guys that are basically inside, and as you can see, they've been placed around as I basically ordered them. I'm going to initially have this guy just look around this way. There's nothing there. This guy will do the same. And there's just a giant wall, so it looks like we're going to be going this way for sure. And now these guys have nice TUs, which is very nice. Basically, that's one of the things that was really terrible at my other guys. They have such weak TUs they couldn't like move around, which of course hurts me in like being able to do anything. Like, they'd be like short like this constantly. We'll have you go down there. Have this guy go over here. Or her. Alright, this guy, we'll have him go right here. Notice that all the actions take, like, TUs to basically do. So crouching takes an action. Turning takes an action. They all have different costs as well. We'll have you go this way. And you can go this way. There's not a whole lot of cover inside the dropship, but whatever. Alright, so let's go find some aliens. There's a civilian. Civilians, of course, you're trying to protect, so don't shoot them. Nothing there. There's a cop. Cops shoot aliens if they get close, but they kind of suck at it because they only got pistols. Let's have you go over here. That's kind of dangerous sending her out there, but whatever. We'll have you go here. And these guys will head down this direction, I guess. Have you just sit there for now. Sometimes it's better not to spend your TUs and just get them close enough as possible. Oh, right, the precision guy. So he's the sniper. We'll have him come over here, I guess. You can go over there. And you can go right here. And the civilians will actually move around, of course. Let's have you go over here. Nothing there at the moment. I'll note, by the way, there's also, you know, multi-layers of this, so you can go, like, multiple levels. Let's have her sit right there. That's kind of dangerous. I don't want her sitting there with, like, you know, her back turned to the window, because the aliens can't shoot through windows if they need to. And it will. Send you right here. Now for the rest of these guys. Is there anyone around these containers, I wonder? Civilians, of course. Let's have you get right there. Machine gun guy can go over here and sit down, I guess. Let's have you go right here. Actually, let's say right here instead. And I'll note, you don't want to go near cars too much because they can explode. But we'll do this anyways. Oh! So yeah, there's an alien, and as you see, they shot through the door. So she's bleeding and taking damage per turn. That sucks. And that's the sniper too. I don't want the sniper getting hit. Let's have you go here. Seriously, is this guy blocking? Oh, I can kill him. Kill him. No. Kill him. And wow. What a horrible miss. Shoot. Alright, good. When they're suppressed like that, it means that they, will not be able to basically, get as many action points the following turn, but also they'll not be able to get reaction fire. Okay, he's down. And shoot him. Okay, run this guy anywhere where he's going to be sort of safe. I don't think so. One of these guys can get a shot on him. Technically, she could, but it's not great. Neither of these guys are going to have great shots, but we're going to go for them anyways. I see him, right? Might as well shoot at him. Okay, the shield guy, let's have you go here. Machine gunner can walk down over here, do a little bit more of the clearing of the black. And I guess we'll send you right over here for now. Alright, so this guy's a shotgunner. I now have an inkling to maybe move him into the building. I don't have the TU to throw out that stuff, sadly. Well, maybe it might be better to try and move him here. I might give him some cover from this stuff, hopefully. Nope, he still got shot. So he's down. That sucks. That's something I note, by the way. You can shoot, like, over cover like this, so he got so close I could just fire over it. We're just gonna shoot at this guy with all my might at this point. He's gone. Costly though, losing a sniper. It is possible that he might not die, but it's also a good chance they did die, sadly. Which is a shame. They are replaceable, but you know, you don't want your guys getting killed nonetheless. Because they do experience as they sort of progress. Alright, you can go up here. You just crouch right there. Let's move you right here. I probably don't need to do this at all, but let's just well, I guess it won't let me move up there, so I won't worry about it. The game's way of telling me just don't bar. It's not worth the time. Have this guy get out there. So, pretty much at this point, I probably just have to find a spaceship, and then from there we can basically move on. Now looks like the spaceship up here. And by the way, they'll hop over, like, mini stuff like that. Where is it? Right down there. Alright, do these guys, are they the ones with, like, the whatchamacallit, the C4? Yep, they got the C4s. Fortunately, not really in a great position just yet to use them. So that guy's over there. Move him here. I could move him there, but it's probably not the best place for him. Let's move him over here as well. And these guys, we'll move them like this. As a cop of a shotgun. And we'll move you in here. I guess I don't mind moving this guy out because he's got shields, so he can somewhat protect himself. That's a great thing about guys with shields. They can sort of, like, you know, absorb impacts, so you don't have to worry about them so much out in the open. Oh, there's that guy. Let's see if I can shoot him dead. That's one of the things. It's a little bit just like, you know, blocking him a little bit. One hit. Oop, try to fire at us. We're looking for a grenade at him. That could work. And if I hit the car too, it'll blow it up. So let's do this. Grenade! And... grenade! And we'll move you here. Move you back. Yeah, no way of shooting that guy. He's just completely obstructed. Have this guy move up here. I'll have this guy move in here. For now. And this guy. Move you here. Alright, let's see how this goes with the grenades. Okay, he's gone. Blew him to smithereens. Car took a little bit of damage but didn't explode, but whatever. It got rid of him. Oops, not enough move points, but I don't think there's anyone around, so it's all fine. Let's move you down here. Move you up here. Move this guy up in this direction. Move this one in this direction. Sucks I lost a sniper, but again, oh well. Let's move you around the ship. And I want this guy more or less to be on the vanguard front, so to speak. We'll face him right there. Face you right there. Make you crouch right there. Just in case, let's just check out the building, make sure there's no one in here, because there could be guys in here too. Doesn't look like it though. So there's another floor over there, which is kind of annoying. These guys will move this way. Whoops. Well, I took a reflex shot at him. Well, one guy came out to die. And die will. Fire! I said kill. Good shotgun guy. Good. Do I want to keep him there as a thing? Actually, what would happen if I put on his med kit? He could heal himself. Let's do that. Give himself a little bit of HP. It probably won't help him too much, but I mean, whatever. Okay, you can get all the way over here. I'm gonna have you go up to the second floor. This guy can go over here. Oh, look like there's much in here. And you can just book it this way. Not sure this is a good idea, but I want to have maybe some more reflex fire going this way. There we go. There's what reflex fire is all about, don't you know? Alright, sadly the sniper got killed in action. That's unfortunate. This guy got injured, but, you know, he's not out for the count, so to speak. Here's basically a breakdown of like all the air stuff. So we got, you know, 5 kills. We lost 1 Xenonaut. Everyone else survived. We had all sent to research division. We got 2 alien alloys. We got these corpses and other stuff that we'll basically sell for money. And now this guy will go back to the base. My counters are getting resupplied, which is nice. Alright, so basically, at this point, we're down a guy in here, and this guy's wounded. So I want this guy to be unassigned. And that means we'll have the other guys get reassigned. So these guys are now going to be in Charlie 1. And this guy will just heal up. And the guys in Charlie 1. The Rocketeer... It's okay to bring a Rocketeer around, but I mean, it's also a good idea not to bring him around. If you get the idea. They basically blow up stuff that you're kind of capturing in the beginning, so it's probably not worth it bringing them around. Though they can be useful. None, you know, don't dispatch the fact that they can be very useful. Who's my best guy for accuracy? Is it this person? I might make Kate here to be a sniper. The only thing to note here is that I've only got 3 riflemen, which is a little bit low. But not terrible, I guess. Alright, now, note that there's stuff happening over here. Something I can do is try to send my aircraft... Oh, they're not in range, but... I can send them out in this direction. Maybe I'll be able to see something. So these guys have their own radar, and it's possible they might be able to, you know, see something. Select new target. Maybe, if I'm lucky. The only problem is that they don't have a whole lot of fuel to basically be doing this. Alright, so Xenopenia. Alien invasion. You probably already know this, but we're being invaded, Commander, so I won't state the obvious. The situation is bleak. None of the major powers are able to defend their own airspace, let alone protect the rest of the planet. It seems things are up to us. My team stands ready to help. There may only be a handful of us, but some of the finest minds on the planet are at work in your laboratories. This organization offers a certain freedom from intrusion that appeals to those of intelligence. The key to beating our enemies is to understand them. We are keen to study an extraterrestrial equipment you can recover from the battlefield. In the meantime, we have been gathering intelligence on the size and composition of the alien fleet orbiting our planet. Mostly images and data obtained from orbital satellites or ground-based observatories. Given the depressing disjointed response from the rest of the planet, this is probably the most in-depth study of the invasion to date. We have concluded and conclusively identified over 3,000 separate UFOs in orbit around the planet. With several times the amount of additional probable signals, the fleet is comprised of crafts of various sizes. The UFOs already sighted entering our atmosphere represent the smallest orbital signatures detected, while the largest signals identified appear to be enormous warships with dimensions rivaling that of modern aircraft carriers. A glimmer of hope remains. The alien craft seem poorly suited to atmospheric flight. Our interceptors may enjoy some early success against the superior extraterrestrial vessels simply due to better adaptation to the combat environment. This may also explain the appearance of only relatively small craft in the skies above our planet. Our scientists theorize that the aliens will have to modify their craft to enter our atmosphere. The larger the craft, the longer this will take. If they are correct, the largest craft will only appear in the later stages of the invasion. Perhaps this will afford humanity, read us, enough time to organize a more effective defense. I have two recommendations: that we consider supplementing our existing F-17 Condor aircraft with heavier interceptor capable of carrying more powerful weapons, and that we investigate some form of battlefield support vehicle to aid our soldiers while securing crashed alien craft. Both proposals are already on your desk. Alright, so these are basically things I can research. I generally like to get the high-speed interceptor because it gives you access to the Foxtrot, which is basically a missile boat aircraft. And let's see if I have any soldiers worth hiring, I guess. And yeah, I'm looking at Allison Simmons like I want to hire her, but do I really want to hire her? This one I want to hire. Get him. And if I need a sniper, here's the sniper. This guy isn't too bad for being an assault either. Damn, I keep getting good soldiers left and right like this. We'll get this guy for now. Soldiers are important to get, you know, just because you're going to lose so many of them early on. But anyhow, I guess that's probably close enough to say, you know, that's like a good, successful start of the episode for Xenonauts I'll be doing, the play series. So let's get rid of this crap here that was just failures to begin with. And next time, we will continue with Xenonauts. Feel free to drop in any tips, by the way, if you have, like, you know, any ideas of how I can improve my play, because, you know, I am sort of doing this blind. I never actually played Xenonauts really in depth before, so this is like the first in-depth play I've basically done of it so far to date. And yeah, I'll be doing these like weekly, so you'll basically see another episode like this in a week. Take care for now.